Hello, I am Bryson, one of the inspectors with ORCAA, and for this video, I'll be walking through the process for filing an asbestos and demolition notification for the demolition of a single-family home that has asbestos using ORCAA's online notification form. Here I am on the ORCAA's main website here. At the top of the screen, you'll see these drop-down menus. We want to hover our mouse over asbestos and demo and click on asbestos and demolition notification form. Once we're on the notification page, we'll scroll down until we see the top of the notification form. These reference guides are just more information on what is required for the notifications, as well as some additional requirements. All required fields must be completed, otherwise the notification will not be submitted properly. ORCAA may not receive your notification. So this notification will use a fictional single-family demolition project involving the removal of about 200 square feet of asbestos-containing sheet vinyl flooring as an example. Enter the property owner information here. We have the first name, last name, email address, phone number, and mailing address for the property owner. Project information. The worksite address is the address of where the asbestos and demolition project will be taking place. Enter that information there. The county information, where the property is taking place, enter the county information. Is this the property owner's primary residence? We'll assume that it is, since it's their own single-family residence. We'll just click yes. And then what email address should we send the application confirmation to? This is the email address that you want the asbestos and demolition notification sent to. To make sure that that email is the proper email that you want that sent. Asbestos project information. We'll click on asbestos will be removed, and we will assume that we are the first people or the first person to submit the notification for this project. We'll just click on no, since nobody else has filed a notification for the project. Enter the start date and completion date for the asbestos removal of the project. The start date must be at least 10 days from the date you submit the notification. So for this one, we'll assume roughly 3 weeks out, August 12th. That's beyond the 10-day waiting period. And we'll assume that it'll take roughly 3 full days to remove all of the asbestos material. We know that in the asbestos survey, we found about 200 square feet of sheet vinyl flooring that needs to be removed. So we'll enter that there. We know that there's no linear feet because we didn't find anything on pipes. The asbestos removal will be completed by either the homeowner of the single-family residence or a licensed contractor. For this one, we will assume that a licensed contractor is removing the asbestos. And if the contractor is doing the work, depending on if the NESHAP regulations do apply, there may be a 14-day waiting period. But since we know that this is a single-family residence, just one building, we know that this is not a NESHAP project. And we enter the asbestos contractor name here. We begin by typing to select the asbestos contractor. If the asbestos contractor that you hired is not on this list, please contact ORCAA at 360-539-7610, extension 110, to contact ORCAA's asbestos coordinator. They will verify that the contractor is licensed by Department of Labor and Industries and is approved to remove asbestos from in the state. Once you've selected the asbestos contractor name, you'll enter the on-site contact name and an on-site contact phone. An email is optional, but it is definitely helpful. We want to enter the work shift days, since we know it'll be conducted on a Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday. We'll select those days right there. And let's say we'll have the project be performed between 7 to 3:30 every day. What materials are being removed? Well, we know that it is sheet vinyl flooring, so we'll select that there. If whatever asbestos material is not on this list right here, just select other and type in whatever that material is. We want to select the asbestos disposal site. We'll assume if it's in Thurston County, it'll be taken to Thurston County Transfer Station. If the disposal site is not on here that you'll be taking the material to, just go ahead and type that in here. Will all asbestos, all identified asbestos be removed from the structure? This should be yes, since the building will be demolished and all asbestos material is required to be removed before the building is demolished. Will the structure be demolished after asbestos removal? Yes, that's question seems a little self-explanatory right now. How many structures are you abating? Well, it's just the one single family residence, so we'll just enter one. We have the option to upload a copy of the asbestos survey in this section here. If we do select yes, it will open up this option to upload a copy of the asbestos survey. If we select no, we can select to upload it in the demolition portion. So we'll just select no for right now. Enter any additional comments that you would like ORCAA to know, any additional information about the asbestos portion of the project here, and then we can move on. The demolition project information, since we know a demolition will occur, we'll select that option there. And here we have the option to upload a copy of the asbestos survey. If you have not had a full asbestos survey conducted quite yet, please stop and contact a local ORCAA building inspector to have the building surveyed for asbestos. An asbestos survey is required for all notifications for demolition projects. If you do not upload a copy of the asbestos survey, your notification will be considered incomplete. There is a maximum file size of about 14 megabytes. So if your asbestos survey is larger than that, please call ORCAA at 360-539-7610 to figure out a different way to upload or send a copy to ORCAA. Was asbestos identified in the survey? We'll say yes, because we know we're moving about 200 square feet of sheet vinyl flooring. For this section is the demolition contractor name. Just go ahead and type in the demolition contractor mailing address, as well as an email, phone number, on-site contact name, and an on-site contact phone for that demolition contractor. We'll select one structure being demolished since it's just the single family residence. Start date for the demolition, we will say it will take place after the asbestos has been removed. So we can say it will start on the 15th, which is one day after the completion of the asbestos project. Again, that must be at least 14 days from today's date for the demolition portion of the notification. What year was the structure initially built? You can enter this to the best of your knowledge, but it is not required. The structure is built on site, a mobile home or modular home. We'll assume that this is built on site. What type of demolition project is this? Well, we know we're not working with any fire districts or fire protection agencies, so it is not a fire training fire, and we know that the building will be fully demolished, so it is not a renovation. So this is a full demolition. And again, you can enter any additional information in the comments section here. Then we can move on to the notification fees. Since this is a single family residence, we can select the single family residence for the notifications, for the demolition notification, I'm sorry. The asbestos notification fee, depending on if the homeowner is removing it themselves or a contractor, the fee is determined differently. So if a single family homeowner is doing the removal, you would select this option here. Since we know that a contractor is removing the asbestos from this structure, we'll have to select 160 to 4,999 square feet option because it's 200 square feet of asbestos containing sheet vinyl. We know we're not selecting an emergency or requesting an emergency asbestos exemption or an emergency demolition exemption, so we'll just skip over those fee options. And at the bottom of the page, it'll give you your fee total. This payment, you can make this payment after you click submit. You'll be taken to ORCAA's online payment portal where you'll enter your information again, and you'll submit the notification after that. Once the notification is submitted, a copy of the notification will be sent to that email on file that you entered earlier. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at 360-539-7610. Thank you and have a great day.